Former Prime Minister of Pakistan Benazir Bhutto addressing a public rally. Not in Pakistan but in the United Kingdom. Her audience, a small group of British Pakistanis living in Bradford.
Benazir Bhutto is the leading lady of the Pakistani politics. She was twice elected as the Prime Minister and each time was dismissed from office for alleged corruption. She left Pakistan in 1999 and since then has been managing her party from a distance.
She has stayed away from Pakistan for 8 years but not from politics. Till recently in London, her colleagues from Pakistan visited her and kept her updated with the situation back home.
Pakistan has slid from being a country which was attracting massive investment, providing opportunities to its people, into a quagmire where the militants are holding hostage our foreign policy and now seeking to hold hostage our military and our people.
Like Benazir, Nawaz Sharif, also a former Prime Minister of Pakistan, had to leave his country.
Nawaz Sharif has been living in exile in Saudi Arabia and London since the year 2000. His party was thrown out of power in the year 1999 in a military coup when General Musharraf took control of Pakistan. Sharif was sent to prison. He was later released on the condition that he would stay away from Pakistan for at least 10 years.
He was accused of corruption and embezzlement by President Pervez Musharraf's government.
What else can a dictator do? Of course, he has no legs to stand on. He has no legal sanctity that the position that he's holding.
Benazir is also fighting corruption charges, which include money laundering and amassing huge properties while in office. The cases are registered in many other countries besides Pakistan.
But there's a difference between an investigation and there's a difference between a court judgment. In all these multiple jurisdictions, there hasn't been a single court, adverse court judgment which shows that I am innocent and that the charges are false, but they're being continued for propaganda purposes. And I want to ask, which other individual could have faced multiple litigation in multiple countries, in multiple languages, and still survived?
These are the headquarters of Muttahida Qawmi Movement or MQM, the coalition partner of the government supported by Musharraf. From this office, MQM manages Karachi, the commercial capital of Pakistan. Here, this think tank meets daily and news about the party is regularly updated on their website.
जनाब अल्ताफ हुसैन ने दुआ की है कि अल्लाह ताला मुहतरमा सब्र जमील अता फरमाए.
This building is not in Pakistan but in London, 5,000 miles away from Karachi.
It is very difficult to contact from here on telephone, on fax and emails and guide the people from there.
MQM was founded by Altaf Hussain. He was accused of murder and kidnapping in Pakistan. He then fled from his country and took asylum in the United Kingdom.
When bombs and hand grenades were started to be used for assassination, then the Central Committee of MQM at that time in 1992 asked Mr. Hussain to go to abroad.
For years he has been addressing people in Pakistan on phone, his discourse attracting tens of thousands of them.
By train
MQM calls itself the party of the masses, but this reputation changed recently. It is alleged that MQM workers attacked people from other political parties during a rally on 12th May 2007. In the violence that followed, 40 people were killed.
Altaf Hussain's opponents do not see him as the savior of the underprivileged, and some like Imran Khan even call him a terrorist.
The cricketer turned politician Imran Khan has blamed the party for the violence.
As far as Mr. Imran Khan is concerned, he came here, he gave an application to Scotland Yard, that's it. Nothing else, no proof, no evidence, nothing. He is just playing politics.
It's not only Imran Khan, but even Nawaz Sharif calls MQM a terrorist organization.
Today Nawaz Sharif is saying MQM is this and that. Tomorrow if he needs MQM for his government, to form government, he will come to MQM. He had come to MQM 2 times, in 1990 and in 1997.
Observers say that Pakistani politics is more about fight for power than any ideology.
The ideology is power, and it is personal power. Pakistan, what we have seen in the last 60 years, Pakistani politicians do not think, beyond themselves. People have not seen, the good coming to them.
Especially when the politicians do not even live in the same country as the people. Critics question Altaf Hussein's stay in London now, when his party has the support of Musharraf.
We have seen several assassination attempts on General Musharraf. They are very powerful. They have all types of resources, weapons, training, and we think that they also have support of certain elements.
In London, he declined to give us an interview because of security threat. Unlike Hussain, who sees the current situation in Pakistan too dangerous to go back, Benazir longs for her home.
Well, I miss home. I'll tell you, I kept changing homes. In 8 years, I've changed 4 places of residence. And finally, I was talking to someone and I realized that the reason I keep changing is because I keep thinking that if I get a better home, a more comfortable home, a bigger home, I'll be happy. But I'm never happy because I'm really looking for my own home. Home is where the heart is, and my heart is in my country.
Musharraf needs to very clearly announce that he is not a candidate for any office in the future. He should invite everybody in Pakistan and create a level playing field for all the parties and make them sit across the table, tell them, look here, you've got to now sort out all the matters yourselves, and I am out.
Benazir Bhutto and Nawaz Sharif have been political rivals, but they have now decided to keep aside their differences. After jointly signing on a Charter for Democracy, they will be meeting here in London for an all-party conference.
Every move to, to bring the rule of law in the country should be appreciated.
It's a great day that all the parties, any party, I think most of the party of Pakistan are present here, and they will get together and on one point agenda, that is that we want to Musharraf to go.
A demanding and united opposition is all set to turn the tables on the military. But Benazir was conspicuous by her absence.
She has not denied it, that she is having some discussions, some dialogue, some kind of a deal, with the military dictator.